Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Philipp Halfmann and today I'll talk about the role of nutrients in sports because that's something you should know about to optimize performance. I'll talk about micronutrients and macronutrients as well as which nutrients predominantly provide the energy during exercise and why. If you want to learn more about the importance of sports nutrition, nutrition goals during training and competition, nutrients, foods and energy system contributions, and how to calculate your estimated energy requirements, download Chapter 8 of Advanced Concepts of Strength and Conditioning for Tennis, The Science of Sports Nutrition at tennisconditioningbook.com. The body uses nutrients to grow, restore body tissue, and provide energy to perform work. The body requires some nutrients in large quantities called macronutrients and other nutrients in smaller quantities called micronutrients. Macronutrients provide energy, whereas micronutrients often do not yield any energy directly, but they assist in the transfer of energy, for example, B vitamins. Micronutrients are water, minerals, and vitamins. Macronutrients are carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins. Which nutrient predominantly provides the energy during exercise depends on exercise intensity and exercise duration. Essentially, carbohydrates predominantly provide energy for high-intensity, short-duration activities, whereas lipids provide the energy for moderate-intensity, long-duration activities. When exercise intensity increases, the body will use more carbohydrates and less fat. The crossover point where more carbohydrates are being used than fat occurs when exercise intensity increases steadily. At and beyond the crossover point, carbohydrates become the dominant source of fuel. There are two factors with respect to high exercise intensity that cause the shift from fat to carbohydrates. First is the recruitment of fast-twitch muscle fibers, and second is an increase in blood levels of epinephrine. More and more fast-twitch fibers are being recruited when exercise intensity is high. Fast-twitch muscle fibers are better equipped to metabolize carbohydrates than fat. The more fast-twitch muscle fibers an athlete has, the more carbohydrates are being used compared to fat. With high-intensity exercise, blood levels of epinephrine increase, and this increase in epinephrine levels is responsible for higher glycogen breakdown, carbohydrate metabolism, and higher lactate production. Lactate production is a byproduct of anaerobic metabolism, which increases with exercise intensity. High levels of lactate inhibits fat metabolism, which means less fat is being used during high-intensity exercise. Therefore, the more lactate that is being produced, the less fat is metabolized, which leads to an increased usage of carbohydrates during high-intensity exercise. Factors that control the rate of fat metabolism during prolonged exercise are the enzymes that control lipolysis, called lipase. The lipase activity is stimulated by the hormones epinephrine, norepinephrine, and glucagon. During prolonged low to medium intensity exercise, epinephrine levels in the blood rise, which leads to better lipase activity, which in turn promotes lipolysis, and lipolysis promotes fat metabolism. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'm Philipp Halfmann and auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah.